2, 3, breathe. Try to get a quick breath at the end of those.
Let's dance.
On Friday nights, if we're home, and I'm on the piano usually, just doing praise songs, and after dinner, that's what I do. And sometimes, Ben will fall asleep listening to the music. I said, well, because I'll say, well, have you heard all the ones you want to hear? I said, well, did you play this one? I said, well, yeah, a while ago. And he said, oh, yeah, well, can you play it again? 1, break. Okay?
Yeah.
So hold it for 1 full and break it off on 2.
Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you know what I know?
Will you please help me welcome Mrs. Candy Carson and the Carson America Singers?
We're all connected with the campaign in one way or another, and that's why we're called Carson America Singers.
I am on the finance team as well. I'm in administrative work.
Cool.
America, may God thy gold refine.
I figured it'd be nice to introduce them on this album, so that's why I arranged Do You Hear What I Hear? And I think it came out pretty well.
Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see?
My mom was our organist, so she required that all of us play keyboard and one other instrument. When I was 10 and I'd already started violin, I'd been on piano for a little bit. She said, well, if I get you a flute, will you play it? And you think I'm going to say no? I can get out of chores? Hey, this is cool, And I played in the symphony, the Yale Symphony. I was pre-med, but I was music and psych. And Ben's an upperclassman, and I was an incoming freshman. As we're driving back the next day, during the day it was fine, but when we hit Youngstown, Ohio, it was dark, and we both fell asleep, 90 miles an hour. And when the car started to go on the gravel, and you could feel the vibration, Ben wakes up and he whips the wheel in the opposite direction, and we're going 90 miles an hour. So by all laws of physics, we should have gone end over end. But to my recollection, the car went around in a circle like a small Indy 500 track, just went around in a circle a few times, stopped by itself. Ben says he didn't touch the brakes. Stopped by itself, heading in the right direction, in the right lane. We felt that God had a purpose for our lives.
Come on, I know you can give a South Alabama welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's packing up every day. It's a different hotel every day. It's and so on and so forth. That's what's hard. It's a real treat when you can stay in the same bed 2 nights in a row. But it's not brain surgery. That's what he would say. Not stressful, not as demanding, not as anything. I mean, it's just when you're doing neurosurgery and you've got somebody's life in your hands, and you have to make these really minute cuts and things, so that you know that if you move too much, even if you sneeze or whatever, that person lost their hearing or something. No, there's a lot of stress with that. He's the best man for the job. He's a fixer. He's not doing this because of any glory that he was ready to retire. I was ready for him to retire. I wanted my husband back. It's been 40 years. We've been married, and we're 38 at that time.
Didn't work out that way. Sometimes the Lord has a different plan for our lives. So we just have to listen, when He does.
We have about 1 million donations. Most of them, at least 3/4, are $50 and less. And I think it's God's way of saying, yeah, you need to keep going.
Till all success be nobleness and